What is up, guys, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the best car video games that you can play. Okay, guys, so none of this is going to be in order. It's going to be more of like, you know, just whatever I wrote down first, to be completely honest with you. So, now, real quick, I don't have a PC. I don't have a PlayStation 4, and I do have the steering wheel and the pedals from, what is that? Logitech G29, G27, G29. I mean, it's whichever one comes with the PlayStation. And I'm not gonna say it's the best thing ever, but it's good. And a lot of people are like, "Oh, I'm gonna get a steering wheel and pedals. It's like the same thing as driving a real car." No, it's not. It is nowhere near, my friend. But if you're a younger gentleman and you want to experience driving without having to do it illegally, well, a steering wheel in some games might just, you know, mimic that just a little bit. So, let's get started. The first game I'm going to talk to you guys about is Gran Turismo 7. And to be completely honest with you, there was a phase where I was obsessed with this game. Now, what can I say about this game? The driving physics are just something else. The car sounds are pretty accurate. And the overall feel of the game is extremely realistic. There is 1,000 different maps and 1,000 different cars and just 1,000 different things that you can do in game. And it is strictly a car game. It's not an arcade game. It's more like a racing simulator game. So there are some games on this list that will give you a bit of an arcade feel, and we'll talk about them, but for Gran Turismo 7, it's just an excellent game. The only issue with this game is two things. Modification. Damn, modification is a bit limited, to be completely honest with you. Yes, you can do a lot with the car in terms of tuning and all these things, but there's that little piece of just ricey body kits and things of that sort that you don't get in the game. And another thing that I don't like about this game is just there's a lot of good cars that aren't on there yet. And yeah, that is for Gran Turismo 7. Moving on to... Wait, what are we moving on to? I don't know. Alright, next up is a game that you can't get on PlayStation, but you can get on Xbox and PC, if I'm not wrong. It's Forza Horizon. I'm not sure which one's the newest one, but the newest one. Now, listen, I've watched a lot of videos about it. I've really wanted to play Forza for a very long time, especially like, you know, that TikTok phase where all these guys with the steering wheels and stuff like that just doing crazy stuff. Yes, I know Assetto Corsa. We'll get to that, but at first, it was Forza Horizon. And I played it on one of my friend's PC. I used to just go to his house just to play Forza. But talk about real friends. It's a good game. It's a good game. Now, the thing with Forza is the driving physics aren't you know, as realistic as it could be. And it does have that bit of arcade feel to it. I don't know if you understand what I mean, but it's just, you know, it doesn't feel real, kind of thing. Gran Turismo 7, it's a game, but it has that feeling to it. Like it'll get your adrenaline pumping, or at least that's what it does with me. I feel like I was a little child now. But Forza Horizon 7, game looks good. Big map, you can do a lot of things. Unlike Gran Turismo, where it's not really an open world game where you can, you know, just drive around freely. And I mean, you can, but it's just around a certain track, and that's it. That's for Gran Turismo. But for Forza, you're more free to move around and do things like that. Now, modification is much better than Gran Turismo, and obviously the list of cars is much better in Forza than it is in Gran Turismo 7. So yeah, Forza Horizon is definitely a good game, but it's if you're serious about like driving and serious driving feel, Forza Horizon is not going to be your guy, but it's still a great game with a lot of cars and modification and an open map and blah, blah, blah. All right. Moving on. What do we move on to now? This is where I should have made a list. Next up, we're going to talk about a game that it's not really a car game, but it is a car game. Like you'll understand when I tell you what it is. It is The Crew. The Crew 2. Yep. The Crew 3 comes out in September, which is very convenient because my birthday is in September. But anyways, The Crew 2 for now is... Again, another game that has a lot of like an arcade feel to it. There's a lot of cars. There is a lot of cars, but the game is slightly older, so it's just kind of, you know, the HDness of it. No. The quality. No. What's the word? Come on, please get it. You know, when you're looking at something, the graphics. Yeah, the graphics. You know, it's not really the best thing ever. And the driving physics also isn't that good. It pretty much covers the whole entire US and blah blah blah. Cool game, cool looking game. Fun to play every now and then. You can switch between boats, cars, airplanes, and motorcycles. So, you know, it's a game with a lot of options and a lot of things you can do. And there's one thing specifically when it comes to driving that's really fun to do. I find that like a drift car and drifting and stuff like that, it's really fun to do. Obviously unrealistic, but enjoyable. And that's all that matters. Next up is Assetto Corsa. Now, Assetto Corsa is very similar to Gran Turismo 7. I did have Assetto Corsa on the PlayStation, but the guys that you see on TikTok and YouTube Shorts and things of that sort are on PC. They're not on PlayStation or Xbox because they get mods and they do things I don't understand. But they can download whatever car they want and they can play on any map they want and they can do a lot of crazy stuff. I had one guy tell me that you can download the GTA map and use Assetto Corsa cars. And like I'm talking about like the G80, M3, M8s. You can drive anything you can imagine. You can even drive cats and shopping carts on Assetto Corsa. So it's a pretty cool game. The physics on PlayStation, was it good? Yeah. Did it feel a bit old? Yeah. Is it as good as Gran Turismo 7? Maybe to some, not to me. The Gran Turismo 7 felt the most realistic. But again, if Assetto Corsa was there and I can do all these things that these guys on PC can do, I would definitely be playing Assetto Corsa 24/7. But unfortunately, I don't have a PC and I don't have Assetto Corsa anymore. So yeah, Assetto Corsa is definitely one of those games that if you are a car guy or if you're getting into cars or if you like cars or if you want to drive cars, Assetto Corsa is the game for you if you have PC. Next up is CarX Drifting. CarX Drifting. Now, I don't know what it's called, to be brutally honest with you. I can't remember what it's called, but I have this game, and it was a mobile phone game. I used to play this game on my phone, and then I heard you can get it on PlayStation from a friend who had it on PC. So then I got it on my PlayStation, and then I used to play with my friend on the PC, and it's a cross-play game. Cross-play? Cross? Something cross. I don't know. I'm clearly getting old. But yeah, you can do that. Now, this is strictly a car drifting game. It's extremely unrealistic. None of the cars are licensed, so none of them are going to look or have the same names as they do in real life. But when you look at them, you'll kind of understand which one is which. And yeah, CarX was one of those like games that I enjoyed for a while, and then to be completely honest with you, I just stopped playing it. I don't know why. And yeah, I mean, it's a cool game. It's a cool game for those. It's a cool game, especially for kids. Like if you're a younger guy. I'm pretty sure you're into that stuff. But yeah, that's for CarX. Next up and finally is Need for Speed Heat. Now, Need for Speed Heat is something that I love because it was the first car game that I started playing on the PlayStation. And yeah, there's no first person mode thing. And yeah, the steering wheel and pedals don't really like have that much of an effect. And yeah, it's definitely got the arcade feel to it, nothing realistic at all, but the cars look really good. And the modification is unbelievable. You can modify cars however you like, and you can just do a lot of things. So Need for Speed Heat is one of those things. Shouldn't be too expensive now. Now the new Need for Speed came out, and I don't like it. I don't like how there's like the animated smoke comes out the back or whatever it is. It's just, come on, grow up. Physics, definitely not the best. Graphics, good. The map is kind of small, to be completely honest with you. Like you'll get used to it after a week or two of playing. You'll know where you are. Pretty much half the time. And yeah, these are pretty much the best car games that you can play. I mean, from my experience. This is my take from the things that I've tried, because I don't want to sit here and talk to you about things I haven't tried and just lie to you. And you know, from all the time I spent playing, I think I had the most amount of fun playing probably Need for Speed. Yeah, probably Need for Speed. I don't know. It's either Need for Speed or Gran Turismo. I also really enjoyed the crew too. Assetto Corsa wasn't too bad, and when I was playing Forza was nice. They should make it on PlayStation as well. I mean, but do you not want to make money? Like, do they not? Like, they're stupid. Because I would buy it. I would buy it. So, and yeah, that is that. And yeah, this is a car channel. Supposed to be doing car reviews and yeah, I mean, what is? And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.